Alright, hello and welcome to Battle of Behemoth 3. We'll be looking at Dig's Warband, the third and final Undead Warband. Dig's a very experienced player, been around a while. Happy to see him back on the scene. He did just play the Sisters. I'm thinking of Quist, but also Dig. Happy to have him back. So I don't think I've ever seen him play Undead, so this is fun. Maybe it's been a while. I can't remember. He's been around a long time, so maybe he has. We'll be starting with his vampire leader, Evil Ash, from that movie, right? Can't remember the name of the movie. Anyway, starts with the terror, body reconstruction, and hardy. This is a theme we're seeing a lot in these warbands. Arcane study, another one you're seeing a lot in the undead. And then embed wordstone. So we're seeing that again. It's a free passive slot. It's a free skill, free to train. So if you have an open passive, it's easy to slide in there because he has all actives here filled up. Basic Daredevil, Death Stench Mastery, Mastery Insult. So this man wants to hit people. He's got 25%. Basic Web of Steel, and then Basic Ad Rush for utility. So this one's not an order leader or anything. It's kind of a tank that helps other units hit the targets. He's got Mastery Call of Vanhel, Mastery Idol of Death, and Basic Corpse Flesh. So again, you see a lot of this for stacking. I don't think we've seen a lot of Basic Corpse Flesh for stacking though, so that'll be interesting. You can get the 5 and then the 10 for 15%. Alright, that is the vampire. Next we'll look at his other leader, Ball. He looks like a Necro Ranger, as I call them. Starts with the Warp Attunement, of course, and then he has Born Leader, Azeto. Channeling for increased spell damage. Knowledge of Mordheim for movement, mastery. And he has Embed Wordstone Mastery, which you don't see this nearly as much in vanilla as you do in the mod, because he only has to pick it up once. Before in the vanilla, he has to keep picking up the stone for Warp Attunement. So this was a lot more popular. A lot more popular. It's almost like necessary to not just eat the +1, just a whole bunch of debuffs. So again, the point isn't that to talk about that, but it's interesting to see. This might be the first time I've seen the mastery version at all in the mod. So knee shot mastery, nerve shot mastery, two very good skills. Again, this is for the cult, very good at blocking chaotic advantage and then any initiative jumping. And then he's got basic exhaustion, basic ad rush, and then a basic trap to protect the doorway, I would think. We talked about this in previous Undead Warbands, to try to protect yourself in a house. So if he gets mind eaten, he can shoot. He can shoot anyway if he doesn't want to cast. We'll see what his spells are though. He does have Rotten Touch mastered, and he does have Lifestealer mastered. So he can go with 2 OP attack, pick up a stone, it's 1 OP, or you go with 3, 2. You can get the different, picking on what you want. Do I do this? Do I do that? Or do I just shoot them? And then Call of Vanhel Mastery and Corpse Flesh Basic again. So both leaders having this. We'll see how that meshes with the Thralls. I'm guessing they might have Corpse Flesh Mastery. We'll see. Again, I'm going to jump to him right away, then we'll look at the casters. We got Big Pete, 850. I don't know. He might not want that for certain reasons, guys. Or maybe he just forgot. Honestly, I'm not sure. It's not like you have to do guidance on this guy, but it's not a big deal. Big Pete, it comes with the terror again. Body reconstruction and hardy again. I think this tells you a lot if you're doing the mod, if you're paranoia. Again, as a side thing. Yeah, this is Dig. Clearly people really like body reconstruction. I think I rated it fairly high, like God tier, and it's just showing that it is. So, especially when stacked with hardy, it's just really good value. Look at this guy, 847. Is that Constitution? It is. So that's like the 850, I think, is 25. This is literally the maximum amount of HP you can get in the game. So find the breach for the armor bypass and resist magic. So then he has frenzy mastery to get up to 87. Ignore pain for survival. And now he has baby daredevil. So just the choice target, you enact it or not. Add rush for 5 attacks, and then the free swift jump. I think he has a 100% chance to pass. Oh, but you do use an SP, so never mind. So that could have some use. That could have some use. Surprised he didn't take something like threaten, right? In case there's one of these swift counter impressives that could have been useful. No, does that one cost? I don't think threaten costs anything, so he could have taken threaten. Anyway, there's Big Pete. I don't think we saw a true Daredevil. We haven't seen a true Daredevil horror because they're not very good at it. So, can't remember exactly the other two, but I don't think we have. Right? Tarrant, aren't you one of them? I do not think you had full-blown Daredevil. I'm pretty sure neither did Book Thief. So, interesting, right? We'll go back to this guy to see what the Necromancer has. This one has channeling again. Again, body reconstruction. Mastery resilient. Wow. Okay. Huh. I guess like if you're playing paranoia, right? Embed wordstone mastery, which is only 2 skill points. This isn't like breaking the bank here. Mastery web of steel. Basic insult for stacking. Add rush basic. And then intimidate basic. So a lot of intimidates, which is cool to see, and then basics swift jump, and then here we go. We have the basic Call of Van Hell and mastery corpse flesh, as we would think. Spell of doom, and then this time he's just rotten touch. So no life stealer on this one, but he does have the AoE. So taker of souls again would go with this guy to stack, or he'd go with Evil Ash to stack Van Hell and corpse flesh. We'll see how the thralls flush out. We have Sister Fang. 500, my god. So you got your, once you see that, you know it's body reconstruction, hardy. This one has study. Find the breach. It's getting good use. A lot of find the breaches in the undead too. Basic web of steel. Mastery death stench, which is getting a lot of use. It's cool to see warband uniques get a lot of use, honestly. It tells you they're in a good balance place. Baby daredevil. Baby armor break. I don't know why I'm saying baby. Basic. And this one's got quick leap. I wonder if he meant to take swift jump. That one's not nearly as useful. But what they look very similar. I wonder if that's just another mistake. He's welcome to change it. It's free. I mean, then he's got warp overcharge and went ahead and mastered it with this study. And then he took another mastery, which is the corpse flesh. So he's stacking the corpse flesh with Sister Fang. We'll see if this, I just need to know right off the bat. Okay, this one does corpse flesh too. So not as much Van Hell stacking, right? I think only this one did. Oh wait, am I confused? Yeah, like they literally can't afford it. Or this one had mastery and the other one had mastery. Okay, so if he brings this one, he's stacking the Van Hell. So you'd probably see Taker of Souls with this squad right here. Not necessarily. I mean, mastered goes a long way. Okay, so Vampirella, body reconstruction, hardy, mastery, 500 as well. Arcane Study. This one's more of my anti-magic unit, it looks like. Especially with Mastery Frenzy. Then she's got basic Add Rush. And then again, Mastery Death Stench. And this one now has Jaw Strike. I mean, this tells you, if you see Vampirella, she's against magic casters. Warp Overcharge and Corpse Flesh, just like the other one. So sisters can expect to see her, I would guess. Yeah. Yeah, the baby, there's some baby daredevils in here, right? There's a baby daredevil. Baby daredevil. It's not as punishing if you get up against a dodge unit. It's it's pretty good. I mean, it's like most of the way there, but there's opportunity cost having to restack it every 2 turns instead of every 3, but there's not as punishing if you get locked in. So it's cool to see both being utilized. It tells you it's a well-balanced skill, in my opinion. And then easy to forget dregs. We got the hand, who is kind of a hybrid maybe. He has this ballistic skill, but he's got the HP to feed with Humble Servant. Quick reload. Knowledge of more. You basically have to have that, at least basic on this guy. Yeah, good. I hope everyone's learning. Yeah, Zeto says it's cool to watch the builds. That's the point of this. You got the basic hardy. Again, I talked about this. I touched on this. Though in this case he can take mastery hardy with 15 toughness and then the body reconstruction. So he could actually get the Skyway up there. But then you can't take the armor proficient. He can never get to 15 and 15. It's a big frustration with the Dreg, along with his 5 meters movement. But we're not here to talk about him. Well, we are. Knee shot, mastery, nerve shot. So he looks like a replacement for this. No, that's the leader. So if this leader's not here to do that, you can take the Dreg, which of course you take with the vampire. Makes sense. You would replace. He has no synergy, so he has synergy here. So he replaces that guy. Meditation basic to help with this. And then the trap to protect himself. Then we got Kugi. He's not a hybrid. See, look right here. Oh, it's so bad. 14, 15. So he has to wear leather. You cannot put this guy in heavy armor at 5 base meters movement. But he's got the body reconstruction hardy, so he did go that route to the 500. Knowledge of Mordheim, resilient basic, and then find the breach. He does kind of get easy to 15 here though for armor break. He only has basic armor break. He used a book here, but you can get this to like this could be like 15 I think. Anyway, he only has the basic because he has a lot of find the breaches, baby daredevil, mastery web of steel, and then the swift jump. So Kugi is the melee, and then you got the range / hybrid. Not really a hybrid, but. And then, oh, I am so glad someone did this. I was hoping there'd be one of them. Brings me great pleasure. The lad's got talent. Pete in the middle with his disease carrier. You get off 5 of these, 10 by 2-turning someone. Like, good night. My God. Lad's got talent. He's got embed wordstone mastery. Okay, I don't understand this in any way, shape, or form. Maybe Dig can change this for us. I mean, it pains me that this is... But he took Hardy Mastery instead of Body Reconstruction, which is just literally a straight upgrade. So let's hope he changes that. Watches this video. But he's got heart. Maybe he meant to take Basic here. I don't know what happened. Anyway. And then Basic Resilient, because he's a melee unit. It obviously appears. He's Frenzy. So again, he's probably with Vampirella and Pete in the middle against maybe someone like Sisters. Baby Daredevil. Basic Ad Rush. Ignore Pain Mastery to try to make him into a Flagellant. With the Corpse Flesh stacking, you can get pretty good. And with Body Reconstruction, you could probably get closer to 540 or 440. Really like 435 maybe. Because he gets 15 more, so that's like 440, 445. And then Death Stench Mastery again. And then let's give him 1 accuracy, because we're nice. I get a lot of messages. I was tired when I did this. I just got it to you. So this feels like another one. That should be Body Reconstruction. We'll stay here with Little Pete, Eddie, and Jack. The baby ones. I keep calling them baby now. I don't know. It's basic or just henchman, normal henchman. This one does have Body Reconstruction and Hardy. Knowledge of Mordheim, and resist magic. So again, I talked about this a smidge with the other warband Undead, that these are kind of your anti-magic henchmen for the Undead, in my opinion. I mean, the zombies could sort of do it, but I think they get naturally a little bit more intelligence, though. I mean, they literally can't wear helmets where the zombies can. I guess both could easily just wear amulets because they don't care about all alones and fear and terror, but these feel a little bit more like your anti-magic units for the undead. Not that either are really good at it, but anyway, basic frenzy. They get more slots than the zombie too. I think that's why it feels that way. Add rush, basic, and jaw strike. So this is telling you he's going after casters. Death stench, basic. And then we've got Eddie. I keep looking over here immediately to see who's the dodge one. This looks like a dodge one. Body reconstruction, avoid, knowledge Mordheim, and resilient. Sidestep, basic add rush, basic death stench to stack with all those masteries he's been having. Staggering blow. So it's a good skill. You'll see that over and over with the ghoul, I think. Exactly, yeah. Zombies get less skill points. Yep. Not that you can take any more. Like, you can only take one resist magic and one frenzy like he did. There's no other kind of anti-magic stuff they can take, honestly. I don't know. It just feels that way to me. Like, well, I guess they can get decent intelligence too. Yeah, I was thinking of their leadership. That's only at 3. I don't know. Both are average at it. He's killing me here. Here you go, buddy. Give him 10. I don't know what it's going to be. Body reconstruction. Avoid. Seems like a dodge one, but without the magic. Knowledge of Mordheim. Resilience. Sidestep. Basic add rush. Insult. And then the staggering blow. Right? So a little different from this one. Really, it's just insult versus death stench. Otherwise, they're both kind of dodgy. This is the anti-magic one, I'm sorry. And then 2 kind of dodgy ones. Then we go to Rob, Billy, and Carl. Oh my gosh. Okay. Rob, again, he starts with these. He has body reconstruction hardy, so this is so good. This is one of the zombies I like. This is just so annoying if it has double Van Hell on it. And you do, I don't know why he doesn't have this, but you do this. Right there. What a nightmare. 35. See, this is what I'm talking about. You put this on here instead of the amulet. And this guy's just a pain in the ass. Until you intimidate it, which everyone has to intimidate. Resilient. Basic web of steel. So even if you dispel everything or whatever, it's still like annoying amount of parry to get through. Just to hit 80% armor, you know. Death Stench basic for stacking with the masteries. Add rush. Intensity and threaten, both free. Yeah, this is a unit like, please hit me in my big HP pool. So that's Rob Zombie. Billy Zombie. Okay, I thought there was a theme. I know Rob Zombie was like a singer. Big strength too. Like, what was that other one? So even though they're 20, like a huge thing, it still hurts. Like, this thing will hurt you, man. Right? This is probably pretty good. Yeah, that's juicy. So this one's similar. Body reconstruction, hardy, resilient. Basic web, add rush, stagger. So it traded staggering blow for death stench. And okay, this is your anti-magic one. Carl. Carl has body reconstruction, hardy, resist magic. The thing about, we've touched about this a little bit, big HP pools are in a way anti-magic too, because you have to hit it more with magic, which is dangerous because you can curse and whatnot. So big HP and resist magic, that's a good combo for like blocking magic too. So frenzy, add rush, jaw strike. So It'll be interesting if I'm him. I'd be like testing this one and then testing this one and seeing which one kind of performs better against magic. I think it'll be interesting if he likes Carl or if he likes Little Pete and makes changes and adaptations from there. Zombie. So I think that's everybody. I snuck through one here pretty quick. Um, yeah, right? I did everything. Like literally, my family's running around upstairs. I'm trying to sneak these in. Um, I don't know if I can sneak in another one. I feel bad like rushing through them a bit though, because I wasn't talking about as much of his strategy. Overall, it looks like the death stenches, insults. He wants to hit you a lot like paranoia. But I'm not sure. I think the baby daredevils are where the damage come from. If I had to theorize what he was going with, and the death stench can take away some of that dodge for the baby ones. I don't know if it's enough against some of these big dodge builds we've been seeing. He does have a hint of magic in ranged here. This guy can really stack a lot. If you really want to go Daredevil, you have to rely on it to land. But the disease carriers with a Lad's Got Talent ghoul can really get those going. So, but he doesn't have to commit to Daredevil. Otherwise, he does have that smattering of Find the Breach. So it's just like a well-rounded warband, honestly. And it'll be interesting to see how that performs, quite honestly. There's a lot of like hyper-focused ones on like raw damage, or I want to really stop your damage. I don't know. This feels just like a generalist warband. I don't know how else to say it. Right? Hint of magic, hint of ranged. No huge big damage dealer, but like decent sustained damage, especially from like these zombies and from just heroes. Right? 12 strength. 11. There's no like puny little units out here, so they'll all hit a little bit and they want to land their hits. And then the generalized overriding theme of a lot of fucking HP, which the undead do really well. So, yeah, there's my little breakdown. That's why I think the undead are tough, honestly. Like, their only damage buff is like really Find the Breach, which in a way isn't that much of a damage, but it's an armor bypass, which is a damage buff in a sense. It's like more than the witch hunters or sisters get, to be quite honest. But it's hard for them to find damage. They just can do a lot of different types of damage, like melee, ranged, and then you can even do the warp overcharges for that hint of magic. You can do that hint of magic with Rotten Touch, but also shoot. I guess it's the other one, right? And then you can bring ranged, like she can use ranged, he can use ranged, he can use ranged, he can actually fucking use ranged. No one ever does it. You can use bow, longbow, short bow, right? So every single unit, a hero can be ranged in melee on the undead, which is cool. So the henchmen can't, so that kind of makes up for that, right? Anyway, that's what I see. So there's my little discussion about it.